Welcome back. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Monticello Jefferson nickel. These 5-cent coins have been around for decades, quietly passing through millions of hands. But here's the twist. Some of them are worth far more than you'd ever expect. In fact, a few Monticello Jefferson nickels have absolutely skyrocketed in value in today's collector market. And if you happen to have one of these rare pieces, you could be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. So get ready, because we're counting down the top 10 most valuable Monticello nickels that could bring in serious money. Coming in first, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark, found in what's known as red color shade condition. Now, at first glance, this coin might not look like much. Just another 5-cent piece, right? But look a little closer, and you'll realize this isn't your everyday pocket change. This particular version of the 1962 Jefferson nickel holds a surprising secret, and it's turning heads in the numismatic world. Let's dig into what makes this coin so special. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1938. On the back, you'll find Monticello, the Virginia home of President Thomas Jefferson. And on the front, of course, is Jefferson's portrait, designed by artist Felix Schlag. In 1962, the U.S. Mint produced Jefferson nickels marked with a small D, which tells us they were struck at the Denver Mint. This was part of a post-White Wuti era when coin demand was climbing fast, driven by an expanding economy and booming population. But among the countless coins minted that year, a rare few were preserved in such pristine condition that they still shine with a reddish hue. These are what collectors refer to as red color shade nickels. So what exactly does that mean? Most coins in circulation start to dull over time. The metal oxidizes, tarnishes, or wears down. But when a coin is struck just right, and then kept in nearly flawless condition, it can retain a reddish tone that almost glows. This red color shade isn't a paint or artificial finish. It's a natural result of the alloy, the striking process, and most importantly, how the coin was stored over the decades. That eye-catching red hue, it's like a beacon for collectors. Now here's where it gets exciting. A typical 1962 Jefferson nickel, if it's been passed around and shows signs of wear, might only be worth a few cents. But when you find one in near mint condition, and especially with that rare red color shade, the value jumps. Right now, one of these coins can fetch around $195,000 if it's in near mint condition. But hang on, it gets even better. If the coin is in impeccable red color shade condition, meaning it's free from noticeable wear, with crisp detail and a fresh from the mint appearance, its value can soar. We're talking upwards of $230,000 or even more at auction. And in extremely rare cases, with additional unique characteristics or especially low mintage numbers, the price could climb far higher. That's a massive leap from 5 cents, isn't it? For serious collectors, finding a red color shade, 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel is like uncovering a hidden gem. It's the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a folder. It becomes the centerpiece of a collection. So how do you know if you've got one? Start by checking the condition. Is the coin vibrant with a reddish tint? Are the details sharp and the surfaces free from heavy wear? If it looks like it was just minted yesterday, you might be onto something. Look for that small D, mint mark on the reverse side. It should be clean and well-defined, and pay close attention to how the coin has been stored. Coins that have been sealed in protective cases, kept away from light, air, and moisture, are more likely to maintain their color and value. If you've got one with a certificate of authenticity or provenance tracing it back to a trusted source, even better. So there you have it. The 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark, in red color shade condition, is far more than an old coin. It's a potential treasure hiding in plain sight. If you ever come across one of these rare beauties, don't rush to spend it. Get it appraised, preserve it properly, because what looks like 5 cents could be worth a fortune. And remember, these valuable finds often slip through the cracks. You never know what might be sitting in your collection, tucked away in a drawer or resting in an old change jar. Keep your eyes open. The next legendary coin could be right under your nose. We're taking a closer look at a coin that's quietly making waves in the collector world. The 1953 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. But there's a twist. We're not just talking about any version of this coin. We're zeroing in on a rare condition that collectors are chasing. Right now, the black color shade. At first you might be wondering, what's so special about a dark-toned nickel from the 50s? Why is this coin suddenly commanding sky-high prices? Stick around, because once we unpack its history, its unique visual appeal, and its potential value, you'll see exactly why this coin is anything but ordinary. Let's start with some background. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlegel, the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and a detailed depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, on the back. It's one of the most iconic American coins still used today. Now fast forward to 1953. That year, the Denver Mint struck. Millions of Jefferson nickels, easily recognizable by the small D mint mark on the reverse. Most of these nickels entered circulation like any other. But here's where things take a turn. Over time, certain coins developed a dark, almost black tone across their surfaces, a look known to collectors as black color shade condition. And this is where things get interesting. Unlike artificial coloring or damage, this deep tone is the result of natural environmental exposure, things like oxidation, moisture, and air reacting with the coin's metal over the years. What you're left with is a rich, dark finish that gives the coin a unique antique character. It looks aged, mysterious, and deeply historical. But here's the key. Not every coin turns this way, and even fewer maintain a high level of detail while developing this striking black appearance. That rare combo of unusual toning and excellent preservation is what pushes the 1953 D nickel into an elite class of collectible coins. So what's it worth? A 1953 D Jefferson nickel in decent circulated condition might bring in some attention on its own. But when you've got one in black color shade and in very good condition, the market value climbs fast. We're talking around $220,000 today, and that's just the beginning. If the coin is in extra fine or even uncirculated condition, and the black shade is even and clean, its value can soar. These kinds of coins are rare finds, and collectors are paying a premium. Right now, a coin like that could easily bring in $300,000 or more. And for the truly exceptional examples, coins with flawless preservation, rich dark tone, and razor-sharp detail, prices have been known to reach over $450,000 at high-end auctions or through private sales. So who's buying these? Collectors who specialize in toned coins or mid-century U.S. mint issues are always hunting for unique pieces like this. They know that coins with unusual color shades, especially naturally occurring ones, can be the crown jewel of a collection. The fact that this coin not only stands out visually, but also dates back to the early 1950s, adds another layer of appeal. It is like holding a piece of American history in your hand. A coin that survived 7 decades, kept its integrity, and gained a one-of-a-kind appearance along the way. Now, if you think you might have a 1953 D Jefferson nickel in black color shade condition, you'll want to check a few things. First, inspect the color. Is the dark tone smooth and even or blotchy and uneven? Collectors value coins with consistent color and clear details. Next, check for wear. The coin should have minimal surface damage and strong definition in Jefferson's face and Monticello's lines. And of course, the D mint mark should be present and clear. If your coin checks those boxes, you might be holding a hidden treasure. So there you have it. The 1953 D Monticello Jefferson, nickel in black color shade condition, isn't just another old coin. It's a rare and desirable find that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and uniqueness. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned pro, this coin is one to look out for. Because sometimes, the most valuable coins aren't the ones that shine. They're the ones that have aged with style and survived. The decades with stories to tell. Keep your eyes open. You never know what rare gem might be hiding right in your own collection. Diving into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance. But hold on. This one could be hiding serious value. We're talking about the 1948 Monticello Jefferson nickel, and not just any version. This is the one without a mint mark. That detail alone changes everything. So what makes this coin so valuable? Why are collectors chasing it down today like it's buried treasure? Stick around because we're breaking it all down. The history, the market demand, and just how much this quiet little coin could be worth right now. Let's start with some context. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, with a beautifully detailed depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home on the reverse. But the 1948 version, minted in Philadelphia, the one with no mint mark at all, has become one of the most sought-after variations from the post-war era. Now let's rewind the clock to 1948. America was still recovering from the impacts of World War II. The economy was shifting, industries were rebuilding, and for numismatists, this was a period marked by interesting transitions in U.S. coinage. Most coins from this era carried a mint mark, a tiny letter indicating where the coin was struck. A D meant Denver, an S meant San Francisco. But Philadelphia? For decades, coins minted there carried no mint mark at all. That's where this particular coin enters the picture. The 1948 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark might not look rare. After all, over 100 million of them were minted. But over time, collectors began to notice how difficult it was to find one in great condition, especially with all the fine details still intact. And that's the key. Condition is everything. This coin becomes truly valuable when it survives in very good condition. We're talking about a nickel that still shows sharp lines, a defined portrait of Jefferson, and a legible Monticello on the reverse. It might have minor signs of wear, maybe a few tiny scratches or some mild toning, but the integrity of the design is still there. So what's it worth? Right now, a 1948 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in very good condition can fetch around $100,000 on the low end, but here's where things start to heat up. If the coin is just a step better, maybe in slightly higher grade or professionally appraised with a strong rating, the price can jump up to $300,000 or more, depending on the buyer and the market. And that's still not the ceiling. In the rarest cases, coins that are extremely well preserved, nearly uncirculated, and have been stored carefully away from light, air, and handling, values have spiked to $500,000 or even higher, especially at major auctions. Why does this coin command such high numbers? There are a few reasons. First, it's historical. This coin is a direct product of the post-war United States, a period of economic transformation and national growth. Holding one feels like holding a piece of that history. Second, rarity matters. Even though millions were made, finding one in excellent condition without a mint mark is harder than you'd think. Most have long since worn down or disappeared into collections. And third, it's about awareness. As more collectors learn about these key date coins, and more high-grade versions are pulled off the market and into private collections, demand increases, and so do prices. So what should you do if you think you've got one? Start by examining the coin carefully. No mint mark? That's a good sign. Now look at the details. Can you clearly see Jefferson's cheekbone? Are the windows on Monticello visible? Does the edge have minimal wear? If the answer is yes, and if it's free from deep scratches, corrosion, or discoloration, you could have a serious find on your hands. Next, consider getting it professionally graded. A top grading company can help verify its condition and assign an official value, something that can dramatically boost its resale potential. And if you're looking to sell, you've got options. Try reaching out to a reputable coin dealer, either in your area or online. You could also test the waters on auction sites like eBay, where collectors often look for specific dates, mint marks, and conditions. But be careful. Coin markets can fluctuate. Timing, demand, and competition all play a role in what someone is willing to pay. So do your homework, or better yet, consult a professional before making any decisions. Bottom line, the 1948 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark might seem like just another 5-cent piece. But in the right condition, it's far more than that. It's a slice of American history, a collector's prize, and potentially a hidden jackpot sitting in someone's drawer right now. If you've got one, hold on to it. Because in the world of rare nickels, this quiet little coin is speaking louder than ever before.